Hello and thanks for checking out TheChartGuys.com. We're proud to be one of the most successful technical analysis communities online, teaching you the skills to become a more confident, effective, and informed trader. Join our community of hundreds of analysts worldwide working together to learn the charts, generate profit, and achieve financial independence. For access to daily live chart analysis and market coverage, a thriving chat community, along with dozens of hours of exclusive educational materials. We look forward to seeing you. Let's check out some charts. Hey everyone, checking in on commodities. I just made an intro to trading gold and miners video where I look at longer monthly patterns in that video, so check it out if you have not yet. This is going to be looking at the weekly and shorter term time frames. So the dollar on the weekly chart, as we know, that's the monthly. The weekly chart is going to be pulling back a bit perhaps because we have a bearish reversal candlestick on the weekly. Last time we saw a bearish reversal candlestick, we pulled back and formed a higher low. So anything above 93.19 will keep the bulls in control. And we did break this key resistance level of 95.15. So there's not a ton of resistance levels. There's certainly a few levels we can pick out on the way up. Everywhere we set a resistance and reject it on the way down is worth watching. But we may need to establish a higher low before the bulls are able to see continuation. And if we look on the daily chart, we can see that we are pulling back. And again, anything above this level will keep the bulls in control overall, but definitely going to be watching this key support level because if that is broken, that would shift the momentum from the bulls, which have certainly had complete control over the last few weeks. So gold, on the other hand, is seeing an oversold bounce to play out, trying to play out. This weekly candlestick is not a bullish reversal candlestick. There's not enough of a lower wick, but we are looking for a higher low on this weekly chart. We have 1204 and then we have 1236. Anything above 1236 is a higher low. And we're looking to stay in this longer term pattern. And that's what I talk about in the video where I'm looking for a break in a few months down the line from this tightening pattern. But in order for us to be confident that our weekly higher low has been set, we have to change the trend on the daily time frame. This bounce is just trying to play out right now, and we are nowhere near changing this trend. Anything under 1309, in my opinion, will be a lower high. So no matter where we bounce from here, we are likely to set a lower high. It's going to require a bounce, a higher low, and then a higher high to change the daily trend and have us confident that our weekly higher low has been set. The daily RSI is just now coming off of oversold. We scroll back historically. The previous bounces for these weekly higher lows have occurred at the daily oversold level. And the most oversold that we have gotten in the past recent history, really the past year and a half, was down to 20 RSI. And just recently we dropped down to about 27 RSI. So certainly oversold. The question is, can the bulls change the daily trend and give us that weekly higher low that we're looking for? Oil had a very bullish day to wrap up the week, and that's on the back of Saudi and Russia planning measurable oil supply boosts. And I am certainly not a fundamental trader nor analyst on this subject, but I do know that, normally increasing supply would probably see the price knocked down. But here in this instance, a significant bullish reaction. So looking at the hourly time frame, look at the end of the day run we had here. Very overbought, but it's clear that the news is leading to more extended overbought RSI conditions. The hourly RSI is extremely overbought. The 4-hour RSI at this point is getting up there. It's the highest 4-hour RSI that we have seen in recent history. And you can see we have to go all the way back to pretty much one time in April and then back to March where we have had a higher 4-hour RSI. So that would have me looking for some healthy consolidation on Sunday night or Monday, looking for a pullback and for a higher low to be established. Short-term support is 68.35 at this point, but you can see the weekly chart is just another higher low with the bulls seeing a very strong response, trying to keep the uptrend intact. If we do see further continuation, I'd be looking for a lower high compared to 72.88 and for a weekly equilibrium to form where I look for a lower high, a pullback, and a higher low and a tightening range. So keep an eye on oil for that to end up playing out. And if we did see another bull day on Monday for oil in the low 70s, I would be looking to make a swing trade position with a potential top fishing play with that resistance. So that's something to be keeping an eye on. But again, certainly a significant shift in momentum on the daily time frame for oil, breaking all kinds of resistance levels, seeing a bull MACD decross as well. Natural gas, we're switching over to NGQ 2018, and that's because we're nearing the end of the month, and the volume on Friday was slightly bigger, slightly higher than NGN 2018. So I'm watching a daily equilibrium setup, and we've got our high, our low of the pullback, our lower high, and we're looking for a higher low to form. We're not confident that that has formed just yet on the daily time frame. The weekly chart we had a pullback week, no doubt about it. Look at this little double top. The bulls really want to break this level, 304.01, 304.3, and that's the level we need to clear to be in the clear in terms of previous resistance. And we broke it a little bit more convincingly on NGN, but here on NGQ, it's a double top, and the bulls need to see further follow through to get over that level. So tightening equilibrium on the daily, if we look at the 4-hour time frame, we can see it more clearly with more details, and we're just looking for a higher low to form. We're not sure if it's 2924 yet, or if we are going to need to pull back more. If on Monday, if we see the bulls make their way back up into the 296s, then we'll say, all right, our higher low has been established. This is the range we're watching, and we'll anticipate that to tighten into early next week before a clear break. So potential for a weekly equilibrium on oil. We'll have to see how the next couple days go. And the 4-hour and daily equilibrium on natural gas. And of course, I'm watching the longer term gold patterns and those miners getting really tight on the monthly time frame. But because we're looking at the monthly time frame, that could take an extra month or 4 or 5 really before those clear breaks happen. So that's where we stand as we head into this coming week. Oil and natural gas will have my attention in these tightening ranges. Have a great Saturday. We'll see you soon.